Hello, everyone. As always, I am delighted and excited to be here. I was laughing because my producer, like usual, is causing mischief beforehand. So we were playing a little bit. How is everyone this evening? Tell you, life is kind of funny sometimes. You think you have everything under wraps, and next thing you know, it changes. And I believe that we all need to really and truly find things that create stability and harmony within ourselves. So, for instance, I have this lovely lady who's been a client for probably about 15 years, 18 years, something like that. And a lot of what she's been going through has to do with relationships, specifically romantic. And she realized that there's a pattern that she seems to be in, and she's gotten stronger and better over time because each time she goes through it, she realizes that there are some things that are in her control. Now, that said, the average person does the, oh my gosh, why me? I can't believe this happened again. I just I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to do it. I can't breathe. Many of us do that, right? Or at least start out that way. I know in high school, that was kind of me. It was that idea of, well, why is this going on? Anyways, this particular gal, she recently met someone who is closer, probably the closest to the type of person that she chooses to be with. But in today's world, unfortunately, it's very common to just ghost someone. You could be having a great time, and then all of a sudden, poof, they're out of the picture. Now, how do you handle that? Well, of course, you go into that state of, did I do something wrong? Or why did this happen? Or where did they go? Or we start to question. And I'm reminded of what Dr. Wayne Dyer said, which is whatever people think of me is their business. And Mel Robbins, a very well known speaker, also has that same philosophy, but hers is let them, meaning if they're going to behave poorly, let them. If they're going to say something poorly, let them. And for me, I've always used the word allow, or at least beyond high school. And I don't know, some friends might tell me that I used to tell them that also. But my point being, if something is showing up in your world and it's not what you want and it doesn't feel right, just let it be. Focus on what is it that you can do for you. Focus on your energy, your integrity, your being centered. Give that your attention because everything shifts. Okay, I believe we have Christine in Hawaii. Hi, how are you? Is her? Oh, we lost her. Hopefully she'll come back. Oh my goodness. Lovely technology. I love when it works. When it doesn't, not so much. And those of you who know me well or know me for a long period of time, it's a standing joke. Like, okay, what's going to happen now? And what about now? All right, I think Christine is back with us. Hi, Christine, are you there?
I am. Aloha.
Aloha. I love it. Aloha is hello and goodbye. Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
And everything in between.
And everything in between. Okay. In Hebrew, it's shalom, which means hello, goodbye, and peace. So kind of
Right.
neat how we can have one word that takes care of everything. How are you
Yeah.
tonight?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. Did you have a specific area of focus you wanted to look at this evening?
I would love to ask about a relationship.
You've been dating, and I lost that last part.
I said I would love to look at a partnership, a
A
relationship.
partnership. Okay, perfect. Now, are we talking, when you say the word partnership, is this romantic or professional?
I'd like both.
Okay, then let's start with one and then we'll work on to the other. How's that?
Okay, not fabulous. Thank you.
Okay, so we are almost in February already. Oh my gosh, I don't know where the new year went. It's like the
I
months are
know.
just flying, right? But I get the sense March,
Yeah.
April, May, I'm going to say May, June, in respect to business, you will have the opportunity to be in partnership with someone or bring somebody in to assist you. I almost get the sense of more them coming in to support you than necessarily having to be your partner. In other words, somebody who has your back, somebody who says to you, I like what you're doing and I'm going to fund you. Or I like that idea and I would like you to make it happen and I'm going to be available for advice versus somebody who comes in and says, hey, let's shake hands and we're going to partner. And every single day I'm going to tell you my thoughts and you have to tell me yours. I'm not getting that
Okay.
as far as business,
Okay.
but I am getting supportive. I am getting where somebody wants to come in and mentor you and be there for you. And again, there may be some financial assist here as well. So if you were thinking, I need
Lovely.
X number of dollars, they're going to have it. I'm going to say,
Great.
continue to put it out there. And I know it's been primarily in your head, put it out there in the world, meaning
Okay.
whether it's an advert or it's even just putting out like a post saying, I really love what I do. And I look forward to the time when I have someone who comes in who stands by my side. You know, you
Hmm.
can phrase it any way you like, but the idea is to speak it into existence. And when I say that, I'm basing this on a very old principle, which has to do with if we feel it, if we speak it, if we know it, then it becomes truth. And it's a different way of looking at manifesting because so much of manifestation has to do with, well, imagine it and feel it and poof, there it is, right? What I'm suggesting is you literally use your words outside to make it available so that you start to
Okay.
see it and others. Make sense? Did I lose you again?
Yeah, I can
Christine?
do that. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, great. I hear you. All right.
Okay.
And it's interesting. Hawaii's not that far. It's still in the US. It should be easier. As, as to romance, though, you have
Yeah.
somebody that you're still kind of connected to. I mean, I still get heartstrings there. And it creates a bit of difficulty to let somebody new come in the door. You realize that, yes? This is a sense of this has been here for quite a while from what I'm feeling. Not that they are specifically in your world, but that feeling, that connection, that heartstring, if you will, is still very much there. If you want a current partnership, you have to neutralize that, which basically
Okay.
means getting in touch with yourself and saying, I'm honoring the feelings I had and I'm releasing this person in joy. I'm releasing them in love. However, you can best articulate it to support yourself, but really say it and mean it. And again, it's interesting. I keep hearing speak it into existence with you. And I think you're the person I've said that to in years. Like it's necessary for you to speak your truth. It's necessary for you to say what you desire, to say what you want, but also to say what you mean because I feel like you've been guarded about what you say and how you say things. And there's a push here for you to really speak up. Now, when it comes to others, you have no problem. Like if a friend needs help, you are the first one to show up and speak your mind for them. But you're not
Exactly.
doing it or you've not really been doing it for you. And again, I'm just hearing from the universe at large that it's time to speak it into existence. And I'm using those exact words because that's how strong it's coming in. Speak it into existence. Think about it, feel it, speak it, and
Okay.
watch what happens. As far as
Okay.
specifically romantically, I keep hearing the number eight. I'm sorry, I don't feel like it's 8 days, but I do get the number eight. So to me, this could be August. And actually, that would be 8 months also, wouldn't it? Yes, because January, we're still technically in January for another day. So I'm leaning towards August as the time period when there's somebody new that comes into your world. In between, though, don't be surprised if an old connection or two pops in for you, because
Okay.
I'm getting you're moving into a realm of being noticed in a big way. And if there's somebody that you're not caring about, you're like, oh, they're really nice, but yeah, no, just again, speak your truth, but remember the word kindness.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Because again, with friends, kind, not a problem. When it comes to sometimes yourself, your outside voice is not really speaking truth because you really don't hate anybody. You really don't dislike anybody. You just sometimes don't like certain people in your space. So
Okay.
be careful of how you say things. All
Right.
right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So think few months as far as business things starting to click. And then I'm leaning towards August that you have somebody new
Sounds
coming in.
good.
All right.
All right.
I thank you so much for calling. Have a great night.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, we have Lynn from Pompano on the phone. Hi, Miss Lynn.
Hi, Hallie. How are you doing?
I'm great. Did you have a specific area of focus or did you want me to see just what pops up here?
Yeah, toss up. Yeah,
Pardon?
general reading.
General reading. Okay. So I keep hearing the word business, 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 change, change. So oh my, feels as if what you've been doing for many years is about ready to shift. And I don't feel like it's you saying all of a sudden, hey, see ya. But I do feel like when things start to turn within the company that you're connected to, you're going to say, thanks, but I think I've had enough. I would actually recommend taking a look at potential right now, like opportunities right now, so that you're prepared when this happens. And I feel like it's before the end of spring, before summer starts, that there's some, I'm going to call it a glitch within the company. I'm not honestly clear if this is an individual who causes this and they're just difficult, or if this is, let's say, company policy changing. So, as an example, if for instance you were making, I don't know, I'm going to make up a number, 25% on sales, right? All of a sudden they come and they go, well, you can still have that, but you also have to now have three times more work, or you have to show up in a different capacity to be able to take that. It just feels like there have been changes over the last, I'd say, 5 years here, but this year specifically is going to be the biggest change with them. And the overall impression is saying, no, you know what? I can be treated better. I can do better. So again, I would suggest start taking a peek around the corner and see what else is there that you'd like to do. The other thing here
Oh,
is, uh, I'm sorry, go on.
no, I was like, okay. I was saying thank you. Yeah.
Okay. I I get multiple animals are around you that are not here anymore. Now, I'm aware of two of them personally, but I'm getting more than that. This to me feels like even an animal from when you were a child that's out in the ethers that's passed that is still around you. So, because I'm getting such a big sense of a lot of animals, I feel like there's something that's coming up in the very immediate future that's going to put you in the midst of being surrounded by animals. And it feels like there's just
Mhm.
a lot of joy attached to that. I don't feel as if it's in the state. I actually feel like it's out of state. So to me, this is connected to a trip, connected to a lot of animals, but just smiles galore. So that's something nice to look forward to. There's keep getting the letter B. Not I'm not getting a name, interestingly enough, but I get the letter B. So that could be Bernie, Brian, um, what else has a B? I just went blank here. Male connection coming in. Again, letter B. I'm not, again, here, not clear if this is first name or last name, but I'm getting a B. And it's interesting because that's not common for me to get like letters, but specifically the letter B, I don't know that I've ever heard that in my head. But I get it. So male, I get romantic, I get the letter B coming into your world. Does not feel like anybody that you would have already been connected to. This is somebody new that I feel like will be coming in. And it feels like this year it's romance bigger than you've had in forever. So this is really going to be your year in respect to romance, in respect to sweetness, in respect to heart being content.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah, nice,
Oh,
nice feel here. Okay, and I'm going to
oh,
say, think the words passive income. Think about reviewing what you have coming in. Think about taking a look at new endeavors, 25, and also, believe it or not, 27. So these 2 years, obviously 26 is in between, but 2025 and 2027 feel like your years to really capitalize on passive income. So be mindful, see what's out there, anything that you already have, revisit it, see if there's a way to expand it. So when I say expand, for instance, let's say you had stock and it was penny stock, you spent 50 cents a share or something like that. Well, go and buy like double what you have. Or if you have something with a big name and you only had a share or two, get an extra share. And I'm talking small numbers, relatively speaking, but I feel as if something is about ready to go like this and really expand for you this year when it comes to monetary endeavors, when it comes to saving, when it comes to passive income. And again, you'll have a repetition of that 27. 26 feels like holding pattern. So whatever takes place this year adds to what you will have for your future. 26 feels very sedate, as if you just kind of hang loose. And then again, 27 doors open up and it feels as if specifically February, March of 2027, where it's a great time to take a look and see what's most auspicious and what's most valuable to put away. And I'm going to say, think too, in respect to passive income, not just let's say stocks or bonds, but think gems, think odd gold. I'm not suggesting you go buy gold bricks, but I am going to suggest taking a look at what you have, having it evaluated, because there's something coming up here for you, again, that has to do with extra money flowing in from a passive source or multiple passive sources. And this is going to be a great year for that. And if you've had something, for instance, that's been sitting for a while, so for instance, that could be a 401k, and you've just allowed it to do its own thing, revisit it, have a conversation with whomever holds the account for you, and take a look at how you can pivot a little bit to get more out of it. Because this is, again, going to be the year of that. By the same token, I feel like middle of March is kind of wonky. I get something popping up that needs your attention financially. So to me, this could be like, I don't know, carburetor in the car. And I don't even think we have carburetors anymore. I'm showing my age, but I'm trying to just to give an example that there's something that's going to need your attention, as in like it'll need a repair. Or it could be something within the home, but I lean towards car for some reason. So it may be as things starts to shift with finances and again expand on a passive level, you may have to take care of some things on that physical plane that they'll show up and be inconvenient, but it's not anything you can't do. And I actually feel like before the end of this year, you'll have a new car, even though your car is not horribly old.
right. Yeah, I just had a new car because of an accident I had recently.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So just kind of keep it in the back of your mind. And it may simply be again that it's something that you handle, but you might turn around and go, if I'm just starting with this, maybe I should get something different. I don't get worry attached to it. I don't get infeasibility. It feels as if you can handle it without an issue. It's just a surprise because again, timing doesn't feel like, the vehicle's old and like, why would you have to make a change? Just keep it in the back of your head. I feel like you'll know when it's the right time. Okay, speaking of cars and accidents and all that not fun stuff, upper back, I keep getting discomfort with. I also get TMJs, so that's like the area of the jaw where it connects and that runs up into the temples and could actually run lower into the jaw, into the neck. So there's something going on in this area, and then I get something in the upper back, and it's interesting because it crisscrosses for me. I don't know That's really wild. Usually I get specific in respect to vertebrae. For instance, it could be thoracic section 3, like as an example. But what I'm getting is a crisscross where it almost feels as if sometimes it's more on one side and sometimes it's on the other. And I feel as if it's more referred discomfort versus being just isolated in one area. So I'm going to just simply say when it shows up, try your best. You're going to laugh, but hug yourself. Like actually take your arms and wrap them around you to try to stretch that area. And if you can, take your chin and gently bring it forward so that you can feel the stretch in the back. And then if it's comfortable where you can do it, take your chin and lift it all the way up towards the ceiling and take your hands and lace them and kind of put them behind your back. So I'm just, again, getting that upper area needing attention and this area. But I feel almost this area is from clenching, not specific to accident, but it could be that there was something there and accident jolted it. For instance, when somebody clenches their teeth at night when they're sleeping and they don't realize, and then you have an accident, it kind of shakes you. You follow?
I follow. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just kind of pay attention to that. And also, I get a little sensitivity with right knee. Again, here too, not anything to go, oh my gosh, just kind of pay attention. If you feel as if it's, to me, it almost feels like a cramp, not a pain, like a sharp pain, but more like a cramp. If that shows up, again, I'm getting stretch. I almost feel as if there's a compression somewhere within the body. And I'm not a physician. So sometimes, the exact words come in and sometimes it's more of just a sensation. This is more of a sensation, but it almost to me is as if the vertebrae, and I'm here now, I come to the spine. We have those, the bones that are on top of each other and in between there is like a cushion. It almost
Mhm.
feels as if the cushioning between the vertebrae is somewhat off. Now, does that mean maybe there's some inflammation? Could be, or it could be something where there may be something slightly degenerative. Again, though, I don't get concern as in major surgery. It feels as if everything that I'm sensing, there are things that can be handled and they can be handled holistically if you want to go that route. Okay.
Okay, which I do. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say to really be mindful of your collagen and be very mindful of vitamin C. If you've slacked off on either or, get back to it and see if you
Okay.
can handle I'm going to say maximum dose. You'd have to investigate.
Hmm.
I don't know if it is in respect to collagen, on a daily basis or vitamin C on a daily basis, but check and see what the maximum dose is. It feels like your body would benefit from that right now. It feels like hydration's not an issue, which is good. Feel like sinuses are a little annoyed with the weather, but that's no big deal. Heart feels healthy. Like overall, body is actually pretty good, though I just get that, I'll call it tension compression. That to me feels like that needs to loosen up, soften up, stretch. So, however best you can do that. But I come back to actually crossing your arms, hugging yourself as really helpful to open up that back area that I'm feeling that's crisscrossed or compressed. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. Hmm. I do a
Okay.
lot of sitting for work. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have a specific question you'd like to address?
Um, uh, you covered romance and work. Um, just mom, my mom, just checking in with her.
Okay. Okay, I get progression, but I don't get major progression. And I think I've said this before, as long as she has music around her, she's
Hmm.
holding her own, even though things are shifting. As long as she has the music, she's going to continue to be with us for a while, even though I feel like she's a bit more frail now. I get the sense
Hmm.
that actually this past year, it feels like there was a significant difference in her as far as and being frail. And yet her spirit is still pretty strong.
Yeah.
She just always needs to have music. Not that she has to be playing it, but there needs to be music around her. So at the facility, if they are not making sure there's music around her every day, that's something you want to suggest, whether it's a radio or it's a record player, it doesn't matter. But
Right.
make sure she has music all the time. And even like for her to go to sleep in the evening. And it's funny, it feels like that's a little upside down now, where days and nights are slightly confused. Not all the time, but sometimes music would be helpful. All right, my dear.
Oh, thank you so much. We were spot on many topics here. Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
Okay. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, if you'd like to meet me in person and you're in the Boca Raton area, feel free to give a holler at 561-755-2166. Otherwise, join me here, or you can find me all over. HalleyElise.com is the best place to find me, though. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, you get to be in charge of your destiny. Don't let other people make you uncomfortable. You take control.